and it's called content creation that sells. So content creation, we all of us have businesses, all of us need to put it, words was what sells your business, and how you use those words, whether it's on your website, your social media, an email, whatever content you're putting out there for your business and what people are reading, that's how people will come to you. And because this is a very short presentation, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I will run through the points quickly, and then you can ask me questions at the end. So content marketing is a strategic marketing approach directed at attracting and retaining a defined audience, thereby driving profitable customer action. All it means is what I've just said, is getting people to stop and interrupting their day to let them read your post, your message, your content. Now, this is something I really like to stress on in all my presentations, because people miss out on this strategic marketing approach directed at attracting and retaining a defined audience. So whoever is your customer, you should be talking to that person. Your messages should be talking to that person. And how are you going to do it? Whether it's a website, like a banner, a website, a social media posts, your TikTok videos, a full, document, your company statements. How are you going to do that? What a lot of people miss out, and I've done hundreds, if not thousands of, audits, or gone through people's websites, from everyone from the Perth airport to a plumbers to university websites to all kinds of businesses, is people talk a lot about themselves, but they forget to understand who their customer is. And you have to flip that around. You know who you are, and that's why people tend to write more about themselves, because obviously, like, I know who I am, I know I can write, or I can create content, or I can do this and that. But that's not what matters. What matters, like Toby said, is if you can make it work for the customer. That's when your business will happen. That's when your business will scale. So understanding your customer is really, really the key point. And then offering that in a way, through your words, so that the customer identifies with that language, is when they will want to work with you, no matter what business it is. So how are you going to do that? Has it changed? So what I call is KYC, know your customer. So the things that you have to know about your customer are, and people tell you this all the time, I'm not the first one to tell you this, is understand their pain points, their desires, their dreams, their hopes, fears, frustrations. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Once you know what these are, then you can use, this is really powerful, because then you can use this in your content to grab their attention. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. So one of the things that I make people, this is now a 4-hour, half-a-day thing that I do with the business people here. So obviously we don't have time, but this is what you should be doing. When you look at your customer base, start collecting data. Start collecting, go through past recordings. Whenever you have a sales call with a person, or even an introductory call, always record. Listen to what they're saying. What are their fears? Often they will not tell you, but in their body language, the way they phrase things, they're going to tell you a lot of things. Get an Excel spreadsheet and start mapping those things. You will see a pattern emerge. These guys are talking about these issues, these problems, these things. What is it that's resonating with you that you can solve for them? Make a note of what makes the customer walk away and not buy. That's really important. Yes, we convert some of our customers and we're like, oh my God, I've just made a $10,000 sale. But there are people who also walk away. Why did they walk away? Why didn't they buy from you? You were offering them the perfect service. Was it the price point? Was it your personality? Was it the way you came across in your words that you just didn't fit? Why did they walk away? What did make them buy? So if you did get that $10,000 or whatever it is, you won the contract, what is it that clicked? So you are trying to understand and note these down, collect all this information. What makes them sit on the fence? There are those customers who are like, oh yeah, I'll do it and I'll get back to you in 5 days, or I'll have to ask my spouse, or, all these objections that come up. What are those objections? Why are they making those objections? Once you do this for a few months, you have a good amount of data. Step back and take a look at it like a 30,000 feet view and you will see patterns emerge. And from that, you'll be able to pinpoint the customers that are your ideal customers and what you can do and tweak your own approach to clients to make the customers who are sitting on the fence or who walked away come back and work with you. Other thing that is, I don't know how I'm going for time, but this is another really important slide. Who are your top 3 competitors? Go online and find out in your field who are the top 3, top 5, whoever it is. What is their product or service and what is their positioning? Are they positioning themselves at a high end, a high ticket items? Are they the general middling? They're selling by volume rather than price. What is it that's making them? I actually go into their website and you can do a right click and inspect. The thing comes up and you can actually see what kind of, what's it called? Lost my train of thought here. What keywords they're using, what meta tags they're using, what tags to get their SEO up. You can do all of that. What is their unique selling proposition? What promises and claims do they make in the marketplace? Look at it and look at yours. I'm not saying go and copy them, but see what the market is responding to. If someone has a huge business in your area of work, why is it that they're getting the business and we're not? So what is the difference? Test these ideas. Testimonials and public reviews. Testimonials on the website are often, people will give good reviews for websites, but go and look at the Google reviews, or if they're a hospitality thing, go and look at, TripAdvisor, or all those Zomato and all those types where people are honest. Go and study them, see where they're missing out. There's so much knowledge and information out there that you can use to your benefit when you're creating content. You'll be amazed. What sites are they advertising on if you're into paid advertising? So that competitor analysis is really critical. The rest of the writing is easy. People often ask me, how do I craft my words? It's not about crafting your words. It's about the message. You can write easy language. Today you have ChatGPT to write it all for you. But unless you have that idea and the understanding of what your customer wants, it becomes hard to do copywriting and craft your message. So how to craft your message that clients won't walk away from? Research. I can't really go into all of this right now. That's for a bigger presentation. There is a way, the hook story offer value, that you can use, and this is for another time again, like I said, where you can use that formula to pitch or craft your perfect message. A few copy hacks. Okay, this we can do in this 6 minutes. Pattern interrupt. So you see when you're scrolling social media and you're just scrolling and there are some posts that make you stop. Look at those posts and see why they make you stop. It's obviously because there's something that's interrupted you, your thought process. Study those and try to use those in your, and you don't have to copy the exact thing, but you can use a similar kind of pattern. Deliver before you sell. Don't worry about selling, on your homepage, on your whatever, your sales copy. Give more information before you sell. Give as much information as you can. Give out all your knowledge. The idea is people think that if he or she can give me so much for free, what more can they give if I pay them? So don't be scared to hold on to knowledge. Give it away, because nobody can be another you. You may have 10 other people serving the same kind of service or product that you're selling, but no one will be able to do it quite the same as you. Create curiosity about your messaging. Don't create curiosity in the sense that in your wording, this is where word comes in. You can play with words so that people want to know what's inside. What is it that you do that makes it so interesting? And then, of course, create engagement. Get people to engage with you, ask them questions, ask them, put in polls or whatever it is, even on your website. Your home page and your About Us page are the two most important pages on your website. Before you start writing, scribbling away, another important slide is know who you're writing for and who you're not writing for. So planning before production. Understand who's going to read your writing. Make your content controversial if you can. There's nothing wrong with that. You can put in important statistics. This is what journalists do all the time. You see the headlines are always controversial. Make it short and succinct. Sound real and be empathetic. And don't use jargons. People love doing that, saying how technical they are and all these abbreviations and all that. Get the reading age down to 8 to 12 so that an 8-year-old or 12-year-old can understand what you're saying. Make use of language and rhythm. Read aloud what you've written, because that really matters. So when people read it, they're also hearing it in their heads. So use your language, read your language over. You can use apps, you can just read it aloud on your phone, voice recording, and hear it back. See how it sounds. Cut out unnecessary words, adjectives, adverbs. We all know that. Your words should inspire your reader to action. So use them in such a way that you want to read. Again, for this, do some research and see what inspires you. Look at pages of well-known entrepreneurs, for like Tony Robbins, like Dane said. And incidentally, I'm also a Tony Robbins coach. I don't work with him personally, he teaches us. But anyway, your words should inspire your reader to action. When you read out loud, your ear will automatically pick up errors. So pay attention to that. Know the end at the beginning. Start your story with an outline, a framework of points you need to have to tell your story, and always move forward. Simplicity, singularity, brevity, clarity. These are the cornerstones of any content. Clear, succinct, short, simple. Be different. All of this, I'm not going to go through it all. Demand, understand your customer. We've all gone through all of this. If possible, use a little bit of humor, because that always, if nothing else catches someone, it's a little bit of humor will.